morning, everyone. How are you? Hope you're having a great morning. So today I'm reacting to Foodie Beauty's community post where she is body shaming Dede. She shows a picture of Dede and then she makes a very snarky body shaming comment, which is interesting because Chantal claims to be an empath. And also she's someone that she herself is always yelling and screaming about people shaming her. So those of you on my channel, you know that I was up extremely late last night between doing the ambiance videos and also doing the react videos. And I got so mad at Chantal about her constant live streaming. I did a little snarky video of my own telling her to go to bed. Because let's face it, 6 to 9 hours or more of live streaming a day is just insane. It makes no sense to stream that much. I know she wants to make money, but by streaming as much as she's doing, she's actually going to make less money. Because when you live stream that much, it's no longer a special event that people want to be part of. They just look at it as an everyday thing. So you lose money and you overkill your channel by doing that. And that's all she's been doing for the past year to 2 years is constant live streaming. And she does it because she is lazy and she doesn't want to do any kind of edited content, and she wants the bonus of the live stream, of membership signups and getting those super chats. But anymore, she's not getting super chats like she used to. And she's not making money on the live streams like she used to, due in part to the fact that more than half of the live streams that she does, she either deletes because of copyrighted music, or she says something about Nader and Dede that she then later has to get rid of. So anytime she does a live stream that she deletes, she loses out on money that she could have had. And considering the number of live streams that she gets rid of, that's quite a bit of money out of pocket. But it's her channel and her choice. But in this newest post, she goes after Dede. And she tries to roast her, but instead, the people in the comments are roasting her even harder. So let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see what I see. Okay, so there's the post. And she says, "Don't ever call me a buffalo when your new love interest is seen pictured doing the giant pecking turkey, you stork." So clearly this is not a post where she's praising Dede or her size. She's being rather mean and she's bullying Dede for being a woman of a bigger size, although Chantal is much bigger. Dede is about, what, 5'10", 5'11", so she's a tall lady. And Chantal is 5 foot and over 400 pounds. So isn't it interesting that one woman who is short and extremely morbidly obese is trying to bully a woman who is of a bigger size, but taller and smaller? Yeah, interesting. And it's especially interesting when the person who's doing the bullying has made claims that she's an empath and she's a good person and she's got a good heart. Well, it's posts like this that kind of go against those things, don't they? So what do the people have to say? What do they have to say? I want to know. And I want to cover this before Chantal gets up because I got a feeling she's sleeping right now. And this post, you can be certain, is going to disappear. Whenever she goes off on Nader and Dede in a live stream, she dirty deletes. Same thing with community posts. Her dirty delete button is always kept warm. So Kelsey Sweet says, "I love this empath arc." Yeah, I do too. I think it's a very interesting arc. It's, different parallels coming together. Claiming to be an empath, but then being a bully at the same time. I've never heard of a bullying empath. I didn't know they existed, but I guess for Chantal, they do. So she's an empath, but she's trying to bully somebody because of their weight, although she's not small herself. Sid the Sloth says, I'm sure most of us would rather have Dee Dee's body and be mobile than be a literal ball of flesh that has to waddle out of breath everywhere. Pipe down, lass. So when you go back to the picture, notice that Chantal's using a very blurry picture of Dee Dee. There's nothing in focus here. And if she wanted a picture of Dee Dee, she could have gone to any of Nader's live streams and taken a screenshot, but she purposely chose a blurry side profile picture of Dee Dee when she had options to get something that looked a lot nicer. She didn't want the nicer option. She wanted to find the most unflattering picture of Dee Dee that was out there, and she found something that she thought would fit her narrative. So here's Dee Dee, side profile. Chantal, I've been reacting to you for quite a while. Have you seen your side profile? It is shocking. It's shocking. And it's especially shocking when your filters on your phone glitch and people can see what you really look like without the filters. You look a lot different. I mean, I know you've got a Samsung, but I am interested. I am curious about what filters you're using, because if they can do that for you, I can only imagine what they do for someone like me. I mean, what are the names of those filters, girl? I mean, because they are working hard. They're putting in the work. They should get paid for the work they do. Yeah, shaming Dee Dee, shaming her for her weight. Although Dee Dee is 5'10", 5'11", and I'm not sure what her weight is, but she's a tall woman, and Chantal's 5 foot, and she's well over 400 pounds. So one much bigger lady picking on someone who's smaller. Yeah, it's Chantal's universe that actually happened. Suzanne Sylvia says, doesn't matter what she looks like. Know why? He chose her over you. Yes, he did. He's living with Dee Dee. He spends time with Dee Dee, and Dee Dee does not have to pay him thousands of dollars. She doesn't have to meet him in secret at some seedy, disgusting, bedbug, cockroach infested motel rooms on the outskirts of town. No, that's Chantal. Chantal has to do that. Chantal has to sneak around to see Nader because Nader doesn't want to be seen with her. But Dee Dee, he'll go out to the amusement park with Dee Dee out in public on his live stream, walking beside her. He'll do that with Dee Dee, but he's never really done that with Chantal. The last time we saw them out in public, they went to the park, remember? And he was walking way ahead of Chantal. He did not walk beside her. He was walking way ahead of her like, I don't want to be seen with this woman. I don't want to acknowledge her. We're not together. That message was so clear during that live stream. Like, he was clearly ashamed of her. If you've got a friend and you go somewhere together and they're walking way ahead of you, that's kind of a sign of high disrespect. But Chantal is so enthralled with Nader and so obsessed with him. She didn't see it that way. She was just so happy to spend time around Nader that even if he walked way ahead of her, she was thrilled because she was in his company and he wasn't with Dee Dee. So she didn't pick up on that, the amount of disrespect he was throwing at her without saying a word. Duchess Liesel von Hester says, a stork is smaller than a buffalo. Plus, Nader is in her condo, not your villa. To recap, she is thinner and has your man. Looks like Dee Dee is winning. In some respects, she might be. As far as who has Nader, in that respect, she has won. At least for now. I don't know if Nader is going to stay with Dee Dee for life. But in that respect, she has won. As far as Dee Dee being with a quality man that is worth something, she's definitely not winning. She's got a loser, crazy crackhead in her house that doesn't work, not interested in working, goes out of his way to not have a job. His job is to go on his channel and use his channel to grift other women for money. And my feeling, my opinion, I think that Dede is his wingman. She's his side chick, that she kind of helps with that. She helps with the grift. She helps with the scamming. She is complicit. She's helpful that way. You know, she's helping with all of the things going on over there. But Dede really hasn't won. Over Chantal, maybe she has won a little bit. But in the greater scheme of things, she really hasn't won anything of value. What she's won is a man of no value. So maybe a small victory at least, but not much of one. V says, fat shaming a woman half your size? Jealousy isn't cute. Move on already. You are still obsessing over both of them. Yes, she is. And you know what, Foodie? I am so tired of you switching lanes back and forth. I wish you would pick one and stay in it for at least a week. At least a week. 1 minute you're making a post praising Dede and being on her side and you deserve so much better. The next minute you're tearing her apart and you're talking about her body, you're talking about her face, you're talking about her hair. You, the person that you don't like people to shame you for any reason, here you are shaming another woman. And anybody, anywhere on YouTube that you've said she doesn't like other women, she looks at other women as being competition, you would be right. You know, she's all about the male sex, but she's not about the female sex. She's not about having a female companion or a friend. She only wants to be around men, even though being around other women might be helpful to her. Other women as friends can be very helpful in the way of advice and tips on how to live or how to conduct herself or how to dress herself. I mean, women can be great friends to you, Chantal, if you let them. And if you're a great friend back, they could really help you out. They can give you an honest opinion. They could give you advice and be there for you. And it's not about, I'm here because I want to get laid, you know, but you're vicious towards other women. And here's a good example. You're going after Dede. And Dede's with Nader and you don't like it, but there's nothing you can really do about it. She gets to hang out with him. She doesn't have to pay him to hang out with her. And he's very relaxed around Dede. He's not tensed up. He's very comfortable in her presence. And that was something he never had with you. I never saw him comfortable in your presence. It was always, there's a sense of, I don't want to be around her. And I just want to get away from her. And I want her away from me as soon as possible. Dear says, stop bullying her. Dede is beautiful. She and Nader have great chemistry, and although she denies it, there obviously are significant others. It is what it is. Be glad she's okay with him seeing you once in a while for payment. Only one who could put a stop to that is you, love. Well, I think one of the main reasons why Dede is okay with Nader and Chantal seeing each other once in a while is because of the fact that when Nader does see Chantal, it's not for free. Money does change hands. He gets groceries out of it. He's getting his phone bill paid, possibly his rent. Whatever he needs, Chantal is providing. So I think that's a big reason why Dede is okay with it, because Chantal is covering some of the cost of him being at her condo. So it's not about her being a generous female and saying, go ahead, spend time with my man. I don't care. No, there's something going on that she gets to benefit somehow. And the benefit is financial. And that's why she begrudgingly, she's okay with it happening. Salva says, being an empath while looking and sounding like a psychotic chia pet. I love it for us. Oh, Lord, psychotic chia pet, I'm dead. Well, she was certainly acting like a psychotic chia pet last night. We all saw it. The constant live streams, the getting drunk and constantly on her phone trying to text Nader. She wouldn't stop. And then she was up at 3 in the morning on her bed saying, I can't sleep, which baffles me a little bit because how can you live stream for 10 hours in a day and then at the end of it, you're not so exhausted you want to close your eyes? I mean, I don't know where she's getting her energy from. I can guess something of a stimulant variety, something that she's taking to give her some energy so she can go on and on and on like that. I mean, I'm a reactor, and just reacting to Chantal, it's draining. It's draining. It just makes me so tired posting the constant videos. So I'm a healthy female, and I get exhausted. How can she, a very unhealthy female, have this energy unless something is giving it to her because she's not giving it to herself? George has left the building, says a normal middle-aged woman getting way more bedroom action and friendly attention from her boyfriend's viewers than you ever did. That's what I see. Don't be jealous, Chantal. You have yourself, and that's all that matters. Yes, Chantal's over there being extremely jealous and sulky because Nader's not spending time with her. I mean, she's acting out a lot lately. And if I had to guess why, it's because Nader's been doing his 7 to 12-hour live streams. So if he's live streaming, that means he's not spending time with Chantal. If he's on his live stream, he's not going to pick up the phone and talk to her. He's not going to text her. He's busy on his channel. And Chantal is all about that life of as much time with Nader as possible, as much of his attention as possible. And the less he gives her, the more unhinged she becomes and the more she acts out on her channel. So last night was her acting out, trying to get his attention, and sulking like a toddler because she wasn't getting it. Because he was busy. He was live streaming. He ain't got time for all that noise. Foodie's Fupa Ball says that picture looks like she can still wipe. You definitely cannot. Well, Foodie has gone on record saying that she drip dries. I don't know if she can reach around to wipe, but she's also said that because of her size, she doesn't wash herself from the waist down because she can't reach. So logic says if she cannot reach down in front of her to scrub her bottom half, then how's she going to reach her hand around to, wipe her butt? I mean, if one thing doesn't work, something harder is definitely not going to work. But yeah, I'm sure Dede can wipe herself, and I'm sure Dede can clean herself, and she does. She lives with Nader. Nader's not going to put up with a dirty female. And Chantal is nothing but a dirty female in every sense of the word. Cherie says, let it go, Chantal. This isn't helping you feel any better. I don't know if anybody on my channel, if you're someone and you watch Chantal, you might be a viewer of hers. I mean, I do recognize a few names that pop up in my comments that I recognize them as viewers of Chantal's. I don't know necessarily if they are VIBs, but there are some of Chantal's people over here. I recognize some names from the chat and from the comments. But if you're someone coming from Chantal's channel, let me just put this in front of you. Chantal is not about that life of feeling better. She does not want to feel better. On any level of herself, she doesn't want to feel better. She doesn't want to be healthy. She doesn't want to be mentally healthy, emotionally healthy. She does not want to live a life and conduct herself in a mature, reasonable fashion. Her whole existence, her whole life, her time on YouTube, her content is about she's not feeling good. And because she's not feeling good, she's going to get on camera and she's going to tell you every single thing that's wrong with her. Every single thing. Every sickness that she might have, every STD she might have, her problems with food. problems in her love life, etc., etc. Her content is about everything that's wrong with her. And that is essentially the core of her content. She likes to play victim, and that's her way of being the center of attention. I liken it to someone who's in the ocean and they're splashing around the water, and they're making a big deal of, I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Somebody, save me. And then other people on a boat nearby saying, hold on, here's a life preserver. Here's a raft. Get on the raft and you'll be okay. And Chantal's that person that she'll be in the water and say, no, no, it's okay. I'm fine. I don't need help. And yet still making a big deal about being in the water. I mean, she's just making a big hoo-ha over nothing or things that she could fix herself. She doesn't want to be better. She doesn't want to be healthy. She doesn't want to conduct herself like a normal adult and find a problem and fix it on her own. She just wants the attention of being in the middle of some kind of chaos. Like her channel, you can sum it up in 2 words: obsession and chaos. And chaos caused by her obsessions. That's essentially the Foodie Beauty channel in a nutshell. 3R says, oh, wait, this is Dede? Love how you chose this obscure, blurry photo instead of just screenshotting from Slappy's lives that we know you watch, because you know she's not an ugly girl. But you, sir, are an atrocity to lay eyes on. Yeah, I noticed that with the picture, she chose a side profile of Dede. She was just trying to make her look as bad as possible. But Chantal, let's be honest, your side profile is not flattering. It's not flattering. Someone of your size, and this is not me fat shaming you, I'm just being truthful here. Someone of your size and build should not pick on women of a bigger size. You are morbidly, morbidly, morbidly obese. You're 5'1", you're over 400 pounds, probably closer to 500, and your side profile is not nice. So trying to point your finger at another woman and say her side profile is not nice, it's just incorrect. It's incorrect. And I'm not saying you have to be a supermodel and have the body of a supermodel, but I just don't think it's right for you to be the size that you are and pick on somebody who's also got a little extra weight. Also, you're someone that you're always yelling and screaming about people body shaming you and shaming you in general. But yet here you are feeling free to shame somebody else for their weight, for their size. But yet no one can do it to you. You claim to be an empath. You're not an empath. But what you are is a hypocrite. You are that. Absolutely. 100%. You are a hypocrite. You're not an empath, Chantal. You're a hypocrite. You live by the rule of rules for thee, but not for me, right? Don't let anybody do anything to you, but you feel free to do those same things to other people. Sassy Sweet Lip says, all that matters is she's making you crazy without doing anything. Love that for you. Throwing tantrums like a 3-year-old. Well, Chantal has the mentality of a toddler. She behaves like a teenager. Although no shade on some teenagers. I'm sure there are teenagers out there that act a lot more mature than Chantal. And they live in a way that makes much more sense. But she's very young in her thinking. She's almost 40 years old and running around and acting like she has no sense. Like she has absolutely no maturity, no life experience. It's insane. Halloweeny Badusi says, you gasp for air sitting in the same spot. You are not the same. No, I've seen Dede walk around the house. She doesn't have a problem. She's not breathing heavy. Chantal takes a couple of steps and she's gasping for air like she just ran a marathon. She can't do dishes without sitting down, can't cook her food without sitting down. I mean, if that isn't a wake-up call that you need to do something about your health, I don't know what is. When you're sitting still and you're gasping for air, you're breathing heavy, your body is it's screaming for change. It's saying, "Help us out. We're having a hard time down here." FL says she has extra height and you have extra width. Just an observation. Well, Dede is very tall. Chantal's very short. So I will say this as a short person. For those who do not know, if you're a short person, even if you gain a little bit of weight, it looks like a lot more just because you are short. If you have the height advantage, when you gain weight, it doesn't look as noticeable. So Chantal's 5 feet tall. So that weight on her is going to be much more noticeable than, let's say, if Dede was the same weight, just because Dede does have the height on her. So just some info for those of you that are maybe not short people. I'm someone that I am short. I'm 5'4", and just a little bit of extra weight looks like a lot more just because I'm a shorty. I'm a shorty with a big booty. Sherry Dodson says a true empath does not do this. If you were really an empath, you would pick up that Nader just does not want you. You'd also pick up that Dede and Nader have feelings with each other. Stop hiding behind being an empath to make yourself feel better. People like you is why true empaths don't come out to claim it. You really need to wake up and choose to make yourself look like the biggest fool every day. At least that's something people can count on you doing every day. Well, she's a train wreck channel. The Foodie Beauty channel is a train wreck channel, and people are here for the train wreck. But the feeling that a lot of people have anymore is that sooner rather than later, the train is going to crash. A lot of people are wondering, when is the train going to get off the rails and when is it going to crash? Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea. But we're all getting the feeling that's going to happen really soon because she is just spiraling so quickly. I mean, before she was circling the drain, now she's right at the edge of the hole, ready to go down. And the more she live streams, the more inappropriately that she behaves, the faster it's going to happen. You know, she is the ringmaster of her own demise. Chammy Slayton says, that's nice, Chantal. Downright bullying someone who's done nothing wrong. All this Dede was, one, empathize how much smaller than Dede is, and two, prove once again that you're kind of a terrible person. She is terrible. She is terrible. Chantal has an incredible amount of jealousy and insecurity for herself, and even more so when it comes to other women. She doesn't like other women. She hates other women because she looks at them as the enemy. She looks at them as competition. And what's sad is that if she dropped the bullshit, other women could be her friends. If she were a good person, other women could be very helpful to her. They could talk to her. She could have someone she could talk to about her problems, someone to talk to on the phone, someone to hang out with, someone that she can go shopping with, someone that could maybe give her tips on how to dress well for her size and give her advice about a great many things. A decent woman can be an amazing ally, Chantal, if you let them be, if you don't look at them as competition or the enemy. You know, you're missing out on a whole lot of great things by denying women to be your friends. Not that you're the kind of person you'd make a good friend to anybody, male or female, but I'm just saying, by insisting on being on the spotlight all the time and looking at women as the enemy, as competition, you're missing out on getting to know a person or people that could be very helpful to you in a great many ways. And here's a bonus to having a female friend. That female friend She could be around you because she likes you, not because she wants to get into your pants. And she would still be there for you and have a cup of coffee and, you know, be a good ear that you could say things to. But you're just dead set on you want nothing but men around you because you want that male attention. Laura of the Valley says Dede has her own hair. Check. Big boned, not morbidly obese. Check. Clean clothes. Check. Clean body. Check. Stole your man. Check. Looks like Dede's winning. Well, she's winning because Chantal refuses to change. Chantal is under this ridiculous assumption that either A, Nader will just change around her and accept her for all that she is, or B, there's some mysterious, still not coming to the picture Instagram model with perfect teeth and washboard abs and an athletic body that will just fall head over heels in love with her and accept her for being vulgar and dirty and rude and narcissistic and greedy and just accept her in all of her terrible traits. Chantal, that person does not exist except for in your head. There is no such man out there that would deal with all of you. Any decent man with standards would not put up with all of you. And what's crazy about you is that you're obsessed with Nader and you see the way he lives. Obviously, he likes a clean house. Obviously, he wants to be around a woman who is also clean. You throw thousands of dollars at Nader, but you're not working on yourself to be more appealing to Nader, so at least he could be around you and he won't act embarrassed to be seen with you. You're insisting on wearing the dirty clothes that you haven't washed for days. You don't brush your teeth. You don't take a shower. You don't scrub yourself. You smell. And you wonder why he won't claim you. You wonder why he doesn't want to go out in public with you. I mean, the answer is obvious. He's not into filth. He's not into filth at all. And that's all you are is filthy. And he looks at you as filthy. So as long as you're a filthy, disgusting female, you got no chance with him. No matter what you do, no matter how much money you come up with, he's not going to deal with you that way. Caliber says, haha, love this for you. She is still smaller than you, dresses better, and is more of a lady than you are. I guess that's why Nada prefers snuggling in bed with her and not you. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's a big part of the reason. I don't know what Nader's body type is. It looks like he's okay with the bigger ladies. So I don't think Chantal being obese is the problem. I think it has a lot to do with her hygiene and her manners, the fact that she's loud, she's rude, she's gross, she's shrieking all the time, acting inappropriately. He doesn't want people to associate that with him, so he stays away. And the only time he's around her is when they're in some nondescript, bedbug infested cockroach motel room on the outskirts of town. You know, he treats Chantal the way she is to him. She is his dirty little secret. That's not so much of a secret to all of us, but that's what she is. She's in a corner and she is his dirty little secret that he will never claim. He'll never put a ring on it. He'll never walk her down the aisle. But for some reason, she just keeps running after him. Don't touch the muffin says, girl, putting down other women won't make you look or feel better. Well, for Chantal, it will make her feel better because she likes being petty. She likes being salty. She likes being mean to people. She does. She really enjoys being mean to people. It makes her feel superior to be mean to people, to shame people, because she does it a lot. She'll shame a person for the way they look, for their hair, their clothes, for how old they are. And she's all about the age shaming, even though Chantal, I'm 51. Girl, I could run circles around you, literally. I'm a lot healthier than you. So let that sink in. A 51-year-old who's in a lot better shape and a lot healthier than you. Yeah, me over here. Someone that you would say I'm ancient. Isn't that what you call your cat BBJ because she's 20? You call her ancient. I guess I'd be ancient to you too. Well, I would rather be ancient and healthy than 14 years younger and death is breathing air over my shoulder. Okay? But she does. She's all about that shaming, bullying life because it makes her feel like she's above everybody else. And the truth is, she's far below. Let's see. Nitty Yelp says, dude, you look 100 times worse than that. What's your point? The point is, she just wants to be mean to be mean. She's angry, she's sulking, she's throwing a temper tantrum, and she wants to get back at Nader and Dede, but she doesn't have the balls to get on the phone and say what she wants to say. She's a coward. I mean, we saw it when she got on live stream and she called him right there on live stream and she had the chance to say anything to Nader. She was practically flirting with him. Dede got on the phone and she shut up. So it's like there was your opportunity, Chantal. Could have said anything to those two, and you were quiet. You're a coward. You are courageous behind your phone screen, but not in person. Katie Price Marie says, you asked people to harass this woman's mom. Yeah, Chantal, that was bad form when you did that. That was really, really bad form. That was foul. That was really foul what you did. I don't like Dede. I think she's a snake. But encouraging people to harass her mother, who's a sick woman, encouraging people to harass her mom, that's too much. It's too much. You want to be mad at Dede? Okay, be mad at her. But don't go after other people's relatives. You don't like people going after your family. So if you don't want people to go after your family, then why not leave other people's families alone? That's just foul to go after the relatives of a person that you're mad at. I mean, what do they got to do with it? Nothing. Wandering Bowie says, you haven't even tried to get over him. Does body shaming Dede make you feel better? In one breath, you accuse him of SA and mistreating you, and in the next, you defend him and say things like, he has nice feet, but he made you kiss them. Oh, Lord. Look, I saw that photo of her kissing his feet. I'm sorry, they weren't nice looking feet. I'm sorry I saw that photo. I will never forget it, but she was all into the foot kissing. She was digging it. She was absolutely digging it. Oh, Quartz coming through with a comment. Quartz says, such an empath. Go touch some grass, Chantal, and not the kind you smoke. Oops. I love that for her. Yeah, go touch some real grass, Chantal. The kind that grows on the ground, not the kind you get at the dispensary. You're consuming far too much grass of the kind you smoke and not enough time outside touching real grass. Scary Intro says, what? She looks like a goddess compared to you, Chantal. Well, I wouldn't consider Dede a goddess, but I wouldn't say she's ugly either. And at least she's a clean female, She wears clean clothes and she takes a shower. I mean, that's a big bonus right there compared to Chantal. Return of the Max is at least Dede can reach to wipe after she pees. Yeah, she doesn't drip dry. Forever Layla says, body shaming another woman. Have you seen yourself though? And also, Dede is a bad bee. She's classy, kind, and beautiful. Well, Dede's a snake. When I watch Dede on live stream, I get such bad energy coming from that woman. I mean, really. She strikes me as underhanded, she doesn't show her inner ugly right away, but the more you talk to her or the more you listen to her, you can feel it just coming through her skin. One of those, like the sneaky, shisty, mean person that doesn't show their mean right away to your face. But if you get around them, you'll pick it up. As far as her being beautiful, she's not a bad looking woman. Kind. How could you be kind and hang around Nader? She's not kind. She's just submissive to Nader. But is she classy? Well, she's more classy than Chantal, that's for sure. Loretta H says, you are seriously going there? I'm sure you didn't extend this photo the same gift of heavy filters like you do yourself. Shameful. Yeah, Chantal, if you're so much better looking than Dede, take a picture of your real self, no filters. I dare you. I challenge you to take a picture of you without the filters, and let's see how you really look. And then let's see if you can judge someone like Dede. There's a challenge for you, Chantal. A natural picture, no filters, no skin smoothing filter, no contour filter. A full body shot facing front and a side profile. Let's see if you do it. Lucille Blue says, now go look up a still from your live. Go on, do a side by side. Well, I've seen a side by side. Chantal's definitely the bigger of the two. Laura of the Valley says, and why couldn't you say all of this when you called into his show and she asked you if you had anything to say to her? Dede wants the smoke. She said she can out talk you any day. Yes, she had her chance to speak to Dede. She clammed right up. That should tell you everything you need to know about who Chantal is as a person. Let's see. Suzanne Sylvia says, new love interest. He's been with her for the last 6+ months. You know, that was just Chantal talking like a schoolgirl. Oh, your new love interest, your new girlfriend. That's the salty, bitter Chantal coming right through. Candace says, let it go. You know, I wish she would. I'm so tired of this arc. I want it to go away, and I'm not the only one. We all want to go away. We're all sick of it. uh, BB says, OMG, move the hell on. He lives with his girlfriend over 6 months. He is someone else's crackhead now, and you should be very thankful for that. He doesn't come after you. Stop chasing him. But that's what Chantal does. Her whole life is about obsession. She finds something or someone and she obsesses. That's why her life is such a wreck. It's all about obsession. If you want the perfect word to describe Chantal, it would be obsession. And the next word after that would be chaos. Chaos and obsession. And chaos caused because of obsession. And she doesn't want to fix it. She doesn't want to change. And so the chaos and the obsession continues. Sleepy Moose says, whatever she looks like, he's with her. He spends the majority of his time with her. He obviously wants to be with her. You're the side piece, Chantal. Now, not so. Get over it. You know, I wouldn't even say that Chantal's the side piece because he won't even claim her. I would say that she's a sliver piece. He spends as little time as possible with her and gives her as little attention as possible. He does only what he has to do, not because he wants to. So she doesn't even qualify as a side piece. She's just a sliver piece. She gets a little bit of his time, and that's pretty much it. People tell me to get over him. Let's see. Looking for a good comment. Cell phone says she's chunky at 5'10". You're super morbidly obese at 5 foot. Big difference. Yeah, Chantal's short, but she's got a lot more weight on her. Dee Dee's taller, and I don't know her weight, but I'm sure it's less than Chantal. Name unknown says body shaming. Really? Yeah, really. Chantal is about shaming anybody for any reason. Your clothes, your hair, your weight, your age. It don't matter. She's still going to shame you. LJ says purple mattress beats pissy sheets again. Yeah, last night Chantal was just going all the way off about that purple mattress. I mean, y'all remember when she was in Cuba and she just went on a rant about relish? Well, the purple mattress has now become the new relish. She just gets into a rage about that purple mattress. It's comical. Going nuts over a mattress. Let's see. A lot of people are praising Dee Dee for her looks in here. The mess Jess says this coming from a lady who cannot appear online without filters set at max. Yeah, and you know what? Those filters anymore, they're even sick as Chantal because they've been messing up big time. And I've seen pictures on Twitter of when they do glitch out. Wow, what a difference. What a difference those filters make. Let's put it that way. Uh, Jared says, so when Nader insults you, you insult Dee Dee. Yeah, because she knows that that will get to Nader and make him angry. And then if he gets angry, he'll get on the phone and yell at her. And that's what she wants. She wants attention from Nader. And if she can't get it in one particular way, she's going to try for something else. I mean, for her, negative attention is good attention because it's still attention. The angry Scott says, yeah, but Dee Dee is normal people fat, and you are a death fat. No one would choose to be wider than they are tall like you are over Dee Dee's figure. I'm not body shaming here, but I would like to point this out. Chantal, she doesn't like to be alone. She doesn't want to be alone, period. Uh, Chantal, you want a partner in life, but no person is going to put their time, their energy, and their love into someone that they care so little about their health that they could have a heart attack at any moment. You know, you are in seriously bad health, and yet you're expecting someone to invest all of who they are in you. You expect someone to love you as you are, and you could just be as reckless with yourself as you want to be. When people look for partners in the world, they look for someone that they can love and get attached to and form connections with, and they know that person will be around for quite a while. Unfortunately, nobody can say that you'll be around for quite a while. You play with death every day with the food and the drugs. You're teasing death. You're flirting with death, and nobody wants to get attached to someone that at any moment something could happen. So if you want a partner, you've got to be healthy. You got to take care of yourself. You can't be doing this crap on YouTube. Let's see. Angie says, why come at Dee Dee? He called you a buffalo. Come at him. There's plenty of material because she's a coward. She'll go after Dee Dee, but she will never open her mouth to Nader, because if she did that, Nader would cut her off, and she's obsessed with him, and she does not want to damage her obsession. She doesn't want to cut off her obsession. That's why she'll keep her mouth shut with Nader, because her obsession over him matters to her. And she doesn't want him saying to her, look, I'm done with you. She wants to keep it going. So she keeps her foul mouth off of Nader, and she'll put it on other people, like her VIBs, like Dede. Again, because she's a freaking coward. Ashley A says, do you not see how you were being abusive? Yeah, that's what I find incredible. Chantal painted this picture of Nader being an abusive person, but she's abusive too. She's verbally abusive. She's a big old bully. I mean, look at the way she talks to VIBs, the way she treats them, manipulating them, gaslighting them, intimidating them. Oh, I'm going to block you guys if you get on my nerves. That's abusive. She's an abusive person. And this post that she made on Dede, abusive, horrible, but yet she's an empath. Remember, she's an empath, guys, so that excuses everything. Let's see. Lynn Smith says, stalking, are we? Don't get me wrong, I can't stand her, but come on. She can charge you for stalking. Touch some grass. Yes, she could if she wanted to. Let's see. A lot of people talking about Chantal's weight and so forth and so on. So that's pretty much it for the comments. We're done here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this react video, because as I said, this post will not be up for long. That's why I wanted to grab it while Chantal is taking her nap before she gets back up, and she's up for another 12 to 15 hours doing garbage nonsense live streams. So I'm capturing this before she does that. So hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment yourselves. Thanks much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.